What's up, everyone? I'm back for day 9 of 100 Days of Code. And today, we're going to be building an image gallery using CSS Grid. So, let's get developing. Alright, everyone. As I was stating, we're going to be putting together this little portfolio, this little gallery right here. And just a little project. You might want to throw some of your work that you've done on the portfolio, or you might have some pictures laying around in your computer that you want to put on the web and share with your friends and family. There's a lot of uses you can get out of this project. But as you can see, we have everything, all the images in a grid, and the titles pop up and kind of dims out. So this is what we're going to be building in this tutorial today. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the project. Go ahead, open up your IDEs up, and as usual, I have the code for this video located in my GitHub. And if you want to follow along, all you have to do is just go to my GitHub, download it, or clone my repository, and throw it inside your IDE. So as you can see, everything's empty pretty much. I just got the base HTML in here in my index, the HTML page. I linked it to the style sheet, and I changed the title to Portfolio Projects. And inside the assets, I have all the images that we're going to be using for this tutorial, as well as we're going to be using stylus. And if you haven't seen my video where I introduce you to stylus and give you some basic programming with stylus, go check out that video. And I also got my CSS file already ready. So let's go ahead and get into it. First of all, we're going to start with the HTML. So inside the body, all I'm going to do is just type out H1 and put my title in there, Portfolio Projects. And then I'm gonna create a section for the gallery. So in the section tag, I'll give it a class of gallery. Okay, within this section, we're gonna store another. We're gonna create another div and put gallery images. And this is where we're gonna store all of our images and the titles to our images. So we're gonna put images. So image, and then we're gonna create another div right here for all the titles. So we'll give it this class of gallery images title. Oops, and I got a typo right here. And right here we're gonna just give a span, and that's where we're gonna put the titles to our images. So all I'm gonna do here is copy this and paste it 9 more times. And then we can go ahead and start filling it out. So inside of our assets images folder, we're gonna start off with the account. And then we're just gonna put accounting application or accounting app. And then next image, we got the audio.jpg, to some good music. Okay, and this one we're gonna put our clean.jpg, and then this one we're just gonna put using white space. Properly. Just a little something, just so we can have some text in there. Break up the monotony from using lorem ipsum. So next image, assets, images, and then we got the fit tracker. We're gonna just put keeping the shape. We all should want to keep in shape. So next one, images, and then we got hello world .jpg, and then we're just gonna put hello world, I am here. Next we're gonna put assets, images, and then we're gonna give it this one to the marketing .jpg. I'm just gonna put marketing rocks exclamation point. Okay, if we continue down, got a few more to go. We got assets, images, and then we got the meeting.jpg. Then I just put networking with awesome people. Then in this one, mobile, apps, mobile app.jpg, creating mobile apps. And this one, images, Then we can put the new product .jpg, developing new products, new web products. How about that? And then in this one, images. And last but not least, we gotta stay organized. So, organizing our files. Okay, we can go ahead and save that. And using Go Live for my VS Code, we're gonna open it up in the browser. Alright, so we got everything loading up. Alright, notice how the images are really huge right now. So let's go ahead and get this styled up. So inside of our style.style, we're gonna go ahead and do our basic reset as usual. Set the margin to 0 and the padding to 0. Then we're going to set our box sizing to border box. Okay, then we want to go and give our body a width and height. We're going to give it a width of 100 BW, viewport width, and a height of 100 viewport height. And now we can get our images in line. Images. And then we can give it a width of 100%. So it'll be 100% of its surrounding. And then a height of 100%. Okay, next we're going down and we're going to get our H1. What I want to do for this one is give it a width of we'll give it a width of 350 pixels. We're gonna move it over in the center with our margin. We're gonna move it. We're gonna do 0 auto, and now we're gonna go ahead and save this. Oops. Before we do, let me take care of one thing before we save that. We gotta make sure our watch is set. So going to navigate to our projects folder within our terminal, and then we're gonna put stylus -w. We're going to give it the path to the stylus file, which is assets, stylus, style.style. And then we want the output to assets, CSS. So let's do that. And now that we're compiling, let's go ahead and save it. Alright, so we see that our H1 has moved to the center of the page and taken off our CSS. So now we can go ahead and get back into business and style up the gallery. So the gallery, as we called it. Want to give it a width of 80%, and we're gonna give it a height of 600 pixels. And then we want to move that in the center as well. So we're gonna center it with margin 0. Now let's go ahead and give it 20% top and bottom, and then put it in the center. So let's save that. Alright, so now our gallery is 80%, and we've got it in the center. So now let's let's set up our grid. So that if you notice that the gallery holds all these divs, in which has our images and our titles to our images. So if we give that the class of grid, display grid, and then we want to go ahead and set some columns up for it. So grid template columns. We want it to repeat 3 times, and we want to give it 1 FR, 1 fractional unit. So let's see what we got now. Save that. And we have our grid set up, but looks like we have an image missing. So let's see what's going on with our account. Image. Assets, images, accounting, JPEG. There's still not one to show up. So what are we not doing? Let's see. Is it image is not okay. Let's see what we got in our documents, projects, assets, images, accounting, .jpg. Gallery images. So there's assets. Let's see what our console is telling us. Failed to load resources. Server responded with status 404. The fit tracker. Ah, there we go. Sometimes it's good to look into your console. And we have fixed the problem. Alright, so let's see what we got now. Alright, so now let's go ahead and finish this off. So within the gallery, I want to go ahead and style the div with the titles. So that was in gallery images and title. So and images, am I correct? Yep. And then title. Okay, we want to give them width of 100%, height of we want to give it a height. No, we're just gonna set the width right now because we're gonna give these a position of absolute. So if we give this a position of absolute, we need to go ahead and give the gallery a position of relative. So that so when we place the titles within the images, it won't go elsewhere. It'll stay right within the images. So with that done, let's give it a top of 0 and a left position of 0. And now we're gonna set the height to 100%. And we're gonna save this and we're gonna see what happens. Okay, so now we see that all of the text is over on the left side. That's because we got the div with gallery images as it's the title. It's holding the images. So we need to set that to position relative instead of the gallery itself. So let's go ahead and take this off here and then put that onto the images. Save it, and we are looking pretty good now. So now we got that straightened out. What I want to do is give this a background color. And this is gonna be the dark background that you seen when I rolled over the images. So RGBA, and it's gonna be 0, 0, 0 for black color, but we want to set the opacity down to 0.4, and let's see what that looks like. Alright, so now we need to work with the text, and I was put into a span. So let's get the span and span. I want to give it a width of let's give it 200 pixels. So now when we try to move it over into the center, or actually we can take and give this a display of flex. Then we can justify the content to center, and then we can go ahead and align the items to the center. Alright, so now they're in the center of the text or the border. So now let's make it so that we can see them a little bit better. And give them a font size first of, let's put 1.3 rem. Well, I'll give a color of a light gray. So that's pound F2, F2, F2. Then I want to make the font weight. I want to bring that up to 700. Let's see what we got now. Alright, so now they're a little bit too big. So let's calm that down a little bit, and let's make it just one rem. Alright, let's see. Maybe if we went to 150 pixels instead. I'm sorry, let's go up a little bit, 220. Alright, so that's looking a little bit better. Let's see if we can go up a little bit in size. Let's see, 1.2. Okay, that looks alright for me. So now let's go ahead, and what I'm gonna do is give the title an opacity of 0, and then when we transition it in, I'm gonna go ahead and set transition on it, and I want to transition the opacity, and I want it to take 0.4 seconds. And I'm gonna give it a transition property of ease, a transition function of ease in, out. Okay, so now we gotta go and put set the the hover state. So it's in title hover, and when we hover over it, we just want the opacity to go back to 1. So let's see what we have. Alright, so okay, so let's see what's going on now. We're hovering over the title property. Oh, I see what's going on. We got this going twice. We don't want that. So what I'm gonna do, take that out. And then I'm gonna target the gallery images title, and then target the opacity, and then go to hover and target the opacity. There we go. Looks like we can go a little bit darker. So let's see right here where we set the opacity. The RGBA, we can set it to maybe be 7. Okay, so let's see what we're looking like now. And there you have it. And it's looking pretty decent. I like how it's a little bit darker and the words pop a little bit better. Let's give it a little gutter in the grid. So up here we can put grid gap. I'm gonna give it a 10 pixel grid gap. Okay, that's better right there. I like that. It's a little bit different from our first one, but I wanted to try to make the text a little bit bigger so it be more prominent. But other than that, we have working gallery. Alright, y'all. Our task is now complete. Alright, everyone. Day 9 is complete. And now you know that putting together an image gallery using CSS Grid is not that very difficult. So if you got any kind of good information from this video, any good nuggets from this video, please do not forget to hit that thumbs up button. And as usual, if you haven't subscribed by now, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified of the next time I upload a video. And also, I'll have the code for this video in my GitHub page, and I'll have that link for you in the description below. And until next time, keep developing.